Wet and Gone. Wet and Gone is a unique product that is a fibrous water-soluble stabilizer. It does an absolutely fantastic job with usually just one layer of Wet and Gone for doing freestanding lace, these beautiful organza flowers. The wonderful thing about the Wet and Gone is its unique way of how it rinses out. It rinses out so easily. You don't have to use scalding hot water, and you don't have to let it soak for hours. Once you've stitched out your design, you simply will take and cut the excess off, then taking and putting it in lukewarm water, and you can see how this is just room temperature water. Now the wonderful thing about the Wet and Gone is that I don't have to rinse all of this out. And when I do all my freestanding lace, I like to have a lot more stability in my lace. So you can see how easy that was to rinse out with just lukewarm, room temperature water. One thing that's important is I will take and blot out the excess. Be sure that you do not let it dry on your paper towel because we've not rinsed all this stabilizer out. So be sure that you take it off and put it on a flat surface to dry because there's still some stabilizer that's left inside. But when this is dry, you'll have no sticky residue whatsoever. Now most of your laces will be sufficient with just one layer of Wet and Gone. However, if you have a heavy, dense design and you're doing a large piece of lace with a lot of stitches, it will probably be a good idea to use 2 layers of the Wet and Gone in your hoop. We're going to set our lace aside that we just rinsed out. One of the other unique properties of this is the fact that we can take and use our nylon organza and create these beautiful flowers by again using the nylon organza and 1 layer of Wet and Gone. You can see the lay here. All of these 72 flowers have been created by simply hooping up 1 layer of Wet and Gone, 1 layer of nylon organza, and then burning your flowers out and rinsing the Wet and Gone out of your flowers. You simply want to be sure that you keep this in your hoop, and you can see that there is just 1 layer of Wet and Gone and 1 layer of nylon organza. Again, you're going to take and burn your flowers out using our wonderful Floriani Heatcraft tool. Once you get your flower totally burned out with your Heatcraft tool, again, you'll take and rinse out the Wet and Gone. And you can see the flower's been burned out. There's my Wet and Gone behind. Now this water's been sitting here, so you know that this water's not very warm. It's just room temperature. And it's amazing how it will take and actually rinse this all out. Then I'm going to take and blot it between my towels. Be sure to not let it dry on your paper towel so that it will not stick to it, and you end up with these beautiful flowers out of the Wet and Gone. Wet and Gone, our water-soluble stabilizer, wonderful for freestanding lace.